Hello everyone, welcome back to WarTech Vanguard. What if I told you that a single hidden bunker deep under a heavily protected city could become the center of one of the most complex intelligence operations ever imagined? In the next few minutes, we're breaking down a shocking scenario often discussed in military analysis circles: how advanced intelligence, surveillance technology, and precision weapons could theoretically be used to locate and strike one of the most protected leaders on the planet. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear reveals how modern warfare is no longer just about armies on the battlefield, but about information, satellites, cyber operations, and precision technology working together. Early in the morning, intelligence analysts monitoring activity in a major Middle Eastern capital begin noticing something unusual. Several high-ranking officials from military, security, and political leadership are arriving at the same highly secured compound. For months, intelligence agencies had been quietly observing patterns of movement around this area. Satellites in low Earth orbit were collecting imagery. Signals intelligence units were intercepting encrypted communications, and human intelligence sources were helping analysts map the daily routines of key officials. Slowly, piece by piece, analysts built a detailed picture of how security worked around the compound, when leadership meetings usually happened, and which underground facilities were being used. From the outside, the compound appeared surprisingly ordinary. It looked like a standard multi-story government building located inside a dense urban district, surrounded by normal city infrastructure. Solar panels covered the roof, vehicles moved in and out like any administrative office, and the surrounding streets blended into the busy city environment. But beneath the surface, the real structure existed underground. Military engineers had designed several layers of reinforced concrete bunkers connected by tunnels, secure communication rooms, and protected meeting chambers. These underground sections were meant to shield leadership from both surveillance and potential airstrikes. Inside the building, the design focused on security and functionality rather than luxury. Long reinforced corridors connected different underground chambers, each protected by heavy blast doors and internal security checkpoints. Meeting rooms were built with thick concrete walls and electromagnetic shielding to prevent signals interception. Communication centers linked directly to military command networks, allowing officials to coordinate operations across the country. Emergency tunnels reportedly connected the facility to nearby government buildings, giving leadership multiple escape routes in case of an emergency. Every part of the interior was designed with one goal in mind: survivability during a crisis. From a performance perspective, modern military operations rely on speed, coordination, and precision. If a strike were ever considered against the hardened underground target, planners would have to coordinate multiple systems at once: fighter aircraft, reconnaissance satellites, electronic warfare platforms, and intelligence networks would all operate together in a synchronized timeline. Aircraft capable of long-range missions would require aerial refueling support to travel thousands of kilometers without landing. At the same time, cyber units could attempt to disrupt communications or radar systems, temporarily blinding air defense networks. Safety features surrounding such a compound would normally include layered air defense systems designed to detect and intercept incoming aircraft or missiles. Radar installations positioned around the city would scan the skies continuously, while surface-to-air missile batteries would stand ready to respond to potential threats. Advanced command centers would analyze radar signals and coordinate responses in real time. These protective systems are meant to create what military planners call an air defense umbrella, making it extremely difficult for hostile aircraft to approach the target without being detected. However, military analysts often discuss how attackers might attempt to bypass those defenses. The first step would typically involve disabling or distracting air defense networks through electronic warfare or precision strikes on radar sites. Once those defenses were weakened, specialized aircraft equipped with precision-guided munitions could approach the target area. These aircraft are designed to carry bunker-penetrating bombs, weapons specifically engineered to strike fortified underground structures. Bunker-penetrating bombs are very different from standard explosives. Instead of detonating on impact, they are built with extremely strong steel casings and delayed fuses. When dropped from high altitude, the bomb gains tremendous kinetic energy as it falls. Its narrow shape helps it punch through layers of soil, rock, or reinforced concrete before exploding. The delayed fuse ensures that the detonation occurs only after the weapon has penetrated deep inside the target structure. This design allows the explosion to collapse underground rooms rather than just damaging the surface building. One of the most interesting, unique selling points of this type of weapon is the combination of guidance systems and penetration capability. Many modern bunker buster bombs use GPS guidance or laser targeting systems to ensure extreme accuracy. Adjustable fins on the tail help steer the bomb toward its exact coordinates during the fall. Once inside the structure, the explosive payload, often a mixture like tritonal, which combines TNT with aluminum powder, creates a powerful blast that can destroy reinforced chambers and underground facilities. The cost of such advanced munitions varies depending on the type and guidance system used. Some standard guided bombs may cost tens of thousands of dollars, while more specialized bunker-penetrating weapons can cost significantly more due to their reinforced construction and advanced guidance technology. Compared with the overall cost of military aircraft and operations, however, the price of the weapon itself is relatively small compared to the strategic impact it can deliver. Another major factor in such an operation would be intelligence coordination. Military historians often point out that successful precision strikes depend less on the weapon itself and more on accurate information. Satellites, signal intercept, cyber monitoring, and human intelligence all contribute to building a reliable picture of where a high-value target might be located. Without precise information, even the most advanced weapons cannot achieve their intended objective. For viewers of WarTech Vanguard, this scenario highlights how modern warfare has evolved far beyond traditional battlefield clashes. Today's conflicts involve technology operating across multiple domains: space, cyber networks, intelligence gathering, and precision aviation. Every component must function together like parts of a complex machine. A satellite detecting movement, an analyst interpreting data, a pilot flying thousands of kilometers, and a guided weapon striking within meters of its target are all connected within the same operational chain. What makes these discussions so important is understanding the technology behind modern defense systems. Nations invest enormous resources into protecting leadership facilities, strengthening bunkers, and developing layered defense systems. At the same time, military engineers continue developing new weapons capable of penetrating those defenses. This constant competition between protection and penetration has shaped military technology for decades. So what can we learn from analyzing such operations? The biggest lesson is that information and precision are now the most powerful weapons in modern conflict. A single accurate piece of intelligence can change the outcome of an entire mission. Advanced sensors, cyber monitoring, and satellite surveillance give military planners the ability to observe activities almost anywhere on Earth. Combined with precision-guided weapons, that information can translate into extremely targeted operations. For our audience here at WarTech Vanguard, understanding these technologies helps us see how modern military strategy works behind the scenes. It's not just about fighter jets or missiles, it's about the entire system that connects intelligence, engineering, and operational planning. Every innovation in surveillance or weapon design changes the balance between defense and attack. And that brings us to the final thought. As technology continues advancing, the battlefield is expanding into space, cyberspace, and underground infrastructure. Future conflicts will rely even more heavily on data, automation, and precision engineering. What once required massive armies can now be attempted with a small number of aircraft supported by global intelligence networks. If you found this breakdown fascinating, make sure to stay with WarTech Vanguard because we constantly explore the most advanced military technologies, strategic operations, and engineering innovations shaping the future of warfare. The next generation of defense systems, stealth aircraft, and deep penetration weapons is already being developed, and we'll be here to analyze every detail with you. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the world of advanced military technology with WarTech Vanguard.